favorite financial educator, the best of the best, the one and only Mr. Finance.
Remember to hit subscribe right now. Subscribe. Hey, how you guys doing? This is Keon Corniff, also known as Mr. Finance, and welcome to another great day where we're gonna have some money talk. So stay tuned. I'm super excited about today. You know, as you guys know, this is the office, right? I always give you guys the tour of the center here in East 7th Glenwood in East Orange, New Jersey. And as you can see, this is our conference room where a lot of families' life get changed right here, right? And today they're gonna be a few of that. I actually got a few minutes before we start our training, which you know what? I'll give you guys a view of that. But today I want to talk to you guys real quick before we start up our training. One of the things that I want to talk to you guys about is how to create a financial foundation. Because a lot of people always say, well, Keon, how do you teach families financial education? And it's quite simple. As you can see, I'm back here at the center again. Happy Saturday to you guys. I hope you guys are having a great time. Let's hold up a second. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great time. Welcome to our national campaign for financial literacy. Yeah, right? I know a lot of people always say it's simple, it's easy. Keon, I hear you. But I'm dead serious. I'm very, very serious. Learning finance is so easy, it's actually simple, clear, you could do it very fast, and it's really doable. So one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is the fact that how to create a financial foundation, what is our intention, and what is it that we're going to help you do, right? But before that, I want to show you guys something real quick. So yes, as you can see, that is our National Financial Literacy Campaign. 1 million, right? 1 million families educated by the year 2020. By the end of this year 2020, we're going to help educate so many people and help a lot of families. So let's get back to talking about, how to create a financial foundation. And on top of that, we're going to also talk about what is our intention for you. But give me 1 second. Let's take a quick walk real quick. That's how you scared them. You see that? I just scared the life out of these kids. And now let's get back to what we're talking about. So one of the 4 intentions that we have for every family when we sit down with them, we talk to them, we want to help them. One, we're going to teach you how to make money, right? We're going to teach you how to make more money so that way you could be in a position to at least save some of that money. And then when you get to save some of that money, you then actually start learning how to actually grow what you save. And then ultimately our goal is to help you then at least start learning how to protect it. Because you got to protect it. So you got to make it, save it, grow it, and actually show you how to protect it. So one of the ways that you must do to create a financial foundation is simply this, guys. You got to understand how to build wealth, because a lot of wealthy people have learned over the years how to properly build wealth and build it in a very responsible way. You thought wealthy people got wealthy because they accidentally got rich? They got rich and wealthy by design. It's because they understand how to create what's called a financial foundation, right? Now think about it. It's like you building a house, and you got to think about, well, how can I build this house? I hope you don't want to build your house with sticks and stones, because you think they won't break some bones. Talk about how to build the foundation. You got to build a solid financial foundation by first doing what? Laying down a concrete floor, right? Something that's sturdy, heavy to keep the foundation from moving, right? Because without a strong foundation, the beams you put up may not hold the storms that come. It's the same thing within your finances. And you got to think about that at the same time. So I'm going to get to it shortly, and I'm going to tell you what are some of the steps to build a financial foundation for yourself and your family, right? We're going to talk about that shortly. So now let's talk about creating this financial foundation, right? So to create the financial foundation, here's what you must do. You must get in a position where you could learn these fundamentals. And if you're taking good notes, I want you to pause real quick. And if you're not, rewatch this video again and take these notes down, because what I'm about to give you is literally how to create a financial foundation so that way you could be in a position to build wealth. All right, so let me go take a chair, and guess what? I'm over here watching for our meeting to get started shortly. So I'm going to give you guys this, and then I got to go to my meeting. All right, so talk to you guys shortly. All right, so here we go, guys. So pretty much creating a financial foundation, right? It requires you to put together what's called proper protection. And then as far as creating the proper protection, what we're trying to say is that first you should have proper protection in case of like events like a disability, health problems or premature death, right? So what is it that we're talking about? Well, you got to have a good healthcare plan. What do you have? Do you have a Medicare? Do you have Medicaid? You know, do you have the right kind of plan? Do you have like Medicare Advantage, right? You got to make sure that you have the right kind of healthcare plan in place, so that way you could really be in a position to really protect yourself and your family. Also, on top of that, do you have long-term care? Right? Do you have protections against terminal illness, critical illness, chronic illness, right? And then on top of that, also, do you have life insurance? Right? If something happens to you right now, your children need that income, or your spouse need that income, or whatever, do you have enough insurance in place? And that's when you use what's called the DIME method to calculate how many insurance you need. Also, on top of this, you got to think about the fact that do you have long-term care, like I said, for if you get disabled, like if you can't perform 2 acts of daily living, do you have something to supplement that, or do you have enough money to pay someone to come in and take care of you, right? So you got to put in the protections in place. Also, if you was to pass away, do you have an estate plan? Do you have a trust or a will? Do you have both, right? To protect your family from going through what's known as the probate session in the court to determine how your asset will be allocated to your family. So these are things that when we talk about protection, that's what we're trying to say. Something that the wealthy people have learned to put in place, so that way their family never have to go through these issues or these problems if something was to happen to them, if they're prematurely died, or if they get any health issues or become disabled. So now the next thing you must understand and learn how to do is to learn how to do debt management. You must learn how to manage your debt. If you don't take the time to learn how to manage your debt will then start controlling you. So it's either you controlling debt or debt controlling you. So one of the things that we teach people about debt is that we show them how to eliminate it and reduce their debt. We're teaching them how to either use the snowball effect known as debt roll-up program, or we also show them how to go through the proper consolidations where it actually help their credit and not hurt their credit. All right. So one of the things that we teach people is how to pay off their debt by adding a little extra money, and we show them what's called the debt roll-up program, so that way they can learn how to manage their debt or eliminate their debts overall. The next thing that you must learn in the financial foundation is that you then have to learn how to create an emergency fund. An emergency fund. Because if you don't put together an emergency fund, see, you got to have at least 3 to 6 months. All right, 3 to 6 months of your income in place if God forbid something happens to you, right? Or some unexpected thing of your job loss or your business or accidents happen, the boiler break in the house. You got to make sure that you have 3 to 6 months of income set aside, so that way if emergency come and happen, you don't panic. So yes, that is also important in building up your financial foundation. Last thing on building up your financial foundation. We're coming to a very end. Don't cry. I know you're going to miss me, hear me talking, but you can always just subscribe and hit the notification bell, so that way you can always know when I'm going to post. All right, so back to the last thing of building your financial foundation. Last thing that you got to do is then learn about how to invest, right? And when you invest, you must save and invest for the long run. Don't be an emotional investor. Don't be one of those wah baby, you know? Don't be one of those. Don't. Because that's how you lose a lot more money, being an emotional investor. One of the things that we teach families is that we teach them where to invest their money. Where are some of the places to invest their money? And we show them that, and we break that down. And we do this in different Fuser series to help them understand how to build a financial foundation and how to properly save. Give me a second. I got to take this phone call. So like I was saying, back to what I was saying. So we were talking about creating the financial foundation. The last thing you got to put in place is investment. So you do them in this order, right? So you put in proper protection, debt management, emergency fund, and then you go invest. Now, one of the things that we have learned in the past, or someone probably advised you to do, is this. Some professional probably advised you, a friend or family member or an acquaintance of yours, to do these following They probably told you to go invest first. Yeah, that's what they told you. Yeah, and then you went and invest. And you invest, and guess what? Emergency happened. An emergency happened, and guess what happened? That investment is tied up, so you can't get access to it. So then it forces you to do what? I know you're saying it right now. You're catching it, doesn't you? You have to use your credit cards. You use your credit cards for your emergencies, and you swipe that money at an interest rate that is way higher than what you're actually earning on your money. Don't worry, we'll have that topic coming soon. We'll talk more about that afterwards, but let's stick to what we're trying to say. If your money's tied up in your investment and an emergency happened, it forces you to use credit card or borrow money at a higher interest rate. By doing that, now you're in debt. And by you being in debt, you don't have extra money to now put together the protections and the things that you need to have in place for you and your family to start winning the money. Living paycheck by paycheck was not an accident.
You thought it was, weren't you? Nah, that was by design.
Some of the people that designed it are very smart. Well, they're not that smart.
It's just that we didn't learn how money works. And that's one of the things that I encourage you guys to do is to, hey, take the time and go learn about the monetary system. Learn about the U.S. monetary system.
Also, I want to encourage you guys to go look at our debt clock. Go look at our debt clock. Go to debtclock.org and learn about how much debt our country has. You can see the debt climbing and you can see how much we earn at the same time.
See, all this information is here at our fingertips. It's just that no one never told us where to go find them. And that's why me, Mr. Finance, is here to tell you how to get to this information so that way you will be in a position to start winning the money game.
My job is just to educate and inform. So if you ever want to know more, please look in the description. There's a whole bunch of links. There's a lot of ways to get in touch with me. You could actually subscribe to my financial blog where we post about different things going on in the financial sector all the time. Or you could even personally call me at 973-873-5977 and we can have a money talk. So I just want to
encourage you guys, please make sure that you hit subscribe, share this. Yes, share this. Like this, comment below, because we read all your comments and we want to definitely know what's going on. If you like these type of stuff, like, let me know what you want me to talk about too, and I add it up in my upcoming curriculums. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is understanding how money works. We're going to talk about understanding how money works on our next post. All right, so stay tuned, and hey, we're going to keep giving you guys this knowledge so that way you too could start learning the, some of the things that it takes to really build wealth.
So I just want to leave you guys with all for this one thing. So always remember that you're one decision away from changing your future for the better. But always remember the choice is yours. Also remember that I'm giving away $1,000 at 5,000 subscribers. So definitely, if you're first time watching this, make sure you create a YouTube account, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment below, and let us know that, hey, I did that, so that way you could be one of the runners up and winning that $1,000, where I'm going to cash app someone $1,000. I'm going to reach out to you and say, hey, you're the winner, you were chosen, and you will be in a position to win that $1,000 and at 5,000 subscribers. So let's get this to 5,000 subscribers. Let's actually get this video up to at least 1,000 likes. All right, let's get 1,000 likes, guys. Let's do this thing together. Let's create this nation where we're informing families, and share this with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, and I'll see you guys in the next one. My name is Keon Corniff, also known as Mr. Finance, your favorite financial educator, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys later. Peace.
I am Mr. Finance, your favorite financial educator, the best of the best, the one and only Mr. Finance.
Remember to hit subscribe right now. Subscribe.